Greetings, fellow humans! Welcome back to another 75-cent game. Today we're playing my Furry Detective that a friend bought for me. I don't know what to expect. Well, I kind of know what I'm going to expect, and I don't think I'm going to enjoy it. It's very blurry. Shit, how long can this go on? Why does it have to rain on my first day at work? It feels like I'm living in a rainforest. Why does it rain so much? I walked along wet streets with an umbrella on my shoulder, heading towards the central district. Shouldn't it be above your head then, if it's raining? Today my internship in the investigation department began. I've been looking forward to this moment throughout my years at the police academy. I was overwhelmed with happiness and excitement just from the thought that I would finally start doing what I dreamed of. The city was deserted at the moment, either because of the rain or the fact that it was early in the morning. After reaching the central area and passing a couple more streets, I slowly approached the police station. The building was rather unremarkable and small in appearance. It was a medium-sized, two-story building with a couple of police cars in front of it. And here it goes. When I finally got to the police building, a woman in a long coat stepped out of it and walked off with a brisk step. I didn't have time to get a good look at her, but she looked rather displeased. I didn't pay much attention to her and approached the door. I mean, you paid a little bit of attention to her. Put my hand on the handle and mentally prepared myself. Are we going to explain literally everything? My heart was racing, my hands were shaking a little, but I was determined to get this job. Don't you already have the job? Taking a deep breath, I opened the door and entered the station. I don't like its blurriness. And it was the most ordinary police station. It was a police station of police station quality, with police station written all over it, and police doing police things. Looking around, I noticed that the cops were either eating donuts with coffee or lazily typing something on the keyboard or just reading the newspaper. Well, I didn't expect to see something unusual, but why is it so quiet here? Because of the rain. No criminals out. Can't do crime in the rain. The academy prepared us for dangerous work, but these people look like they work in the most ordinary office. Well, they're probably not cops that go out. What are they called? They're office cops, okay? They're too calm. Maybe because they're all professional? Or is there no crime in the area at all? I approached the nearest policeman and asked, "Good morning, sir. Is it always so calm here?" Or how about, "Hello, sir. I'm reporting for duty." The officer looked at me and calmly responded, "Good morning. Yes, it's always like this. Have you come on some business?" Yes, on business. I'm your new investigation intern." The policeman looked at me in bewilderment, paused for a couple of seconds, and then, "Guys, did you hear? Another partner for our princess has appeared. Place your bets." All of a sudden, all the policemen smiled and began taking turns approaching the table at which some secretary was sitting. Oh, some secretary. They started putting money on the table, then they put their signature on some sheet. Apparently they made bets, but I don't understand what they were betting on. How long until Princess tries to eat you? After placing the bets, they came up to me and asked, "What's your name, kid?" My name is... Oh, I have to choose my own name? Poppy. That'll do. I'm Poppy. Ha ha ha. Poppy, where did you come from? From which academy? Well, from the Capitol Police Academy. Capitol Academy? And you decided to work in such a godforsaken place? Do I get a choice? I'm pretty sure I just get assigned places. I came here because this place isn't far from my hometown and I wanted to come back. Why not go for one in your hometown? So you studied at the Capitals Academy and just came to us because of such a reason. Is somehow hard to believe it. You could have gone to the Capital Department. They pay well there and career growth is much easier. Those aren't a problem for me. What, do I have an uncle? I always wanted to be a detective, but our capital departments didn't suit me well. Most of them are boring and require too much paperwork. I feel like all of them are gonna do that, buddy. There weren't many vacancies for the position, and this place was one of the few. That's why. Hearing my answer, all the policemen could hardly restrain themselves from laughing. I didn't understand it all. What's so funny about that? Let me clarify again. You would have enjoyed our investigation department to be a detective's assistant and not sit in the office, right? Well, yes. As soon as I confirmed his words, everyone in the hall, including the secretary, laughed. Still at a loss, I asked, Boy, you don't know what you signed up for yet. This area has hardly seen any serious crime in the last 10 years, and apart from you, there is only one person in this department whose partner you will be. And, wait, don't tell him. Let it be a surprise for him. What are you talking about? Is there something wrong with my partner? The policeman just smiled and replied, You'll soon find out, lad. I like that these police officers don't get to have appearances. The blurriness is really messing with me. Immediately after that, the voice of some policeman was heard at the far end of the hall who shouted, Hey newbie, hurry up, boss is already waiting for you in his office. I nodded and walked through the crowd of the policemen that gathered around me into the office of my new boss. Does the boss get a look? I went into the small room. A middle-aged man with a bored look was sitting at the table, looking bored at his table. When he saw me, he pointed to a chair in front of his table and said, Sit. I nodded and I sat and we started talking. Let me introduce myself. Didn't let me finish. No need for formality. I've received your application. Give your documents here. I will sign them and tell you about your work. Okay. Gave him documents. Signed without reading. You're accepted. Congratulations and all that. Now to your duties. Why do I get the impression that he just doesn't give a damn about me? Probably doesn't expect you to be here for long. This is in stark contrast to the reaction of the rest of the police. You will be the partner of our detective, Inspector Eva Gray. You will be helping her with her investigations during the first 3 months of her internship. Any questions? Yes, that's great. Since there are no questions, you can wait for her in the hall. She will be back soon. In the meantime, go and check your workplace. That's it. You can go. Without letting me speak, he ushered me out. What kind of attitude is this? They treat me like, oh well, it doesn't matter. I asked where my workplace is and thankfully someone showed me. It was a table with a computer. Sighed heavily, lay out my things, thinking about stuff, hoping for a friendly team, but they just laughed at me. After a while, I finished unpacking and sat down, waiting for Eva. From what I saw at the station, I was preparing for the worst, though I was hoping for the best. After less than an hour of waiting, a woman in a coat walked into the station again. Look who's back. Did you find any witnesses? Your jokes are stupid. Keep them to yourself. Ha ha, why are you so cold? We were all waiting for you. We want to find out the results of the bets as soon as possible. With the same imperturbable calmness, she replied. I'm glad for you. Now show me my new assistant. I do not intend to linger long in this snake's nest. You're fun. Haha, you sound like a tough cop. I wonder how soon the newbie will figure it out. Without changing her expression, she replied, I repeat, show me my new assistant. I got up and said, Inspector Gray, you must be looking for me. She looked in my direction with surprise and slowly walked over to me. Approaching me, she looked me up and down and held out her hand. I'm Eva, your new partner. I hope we can get along. The whole office laughed after her words, and I did not understand at all how I should react. Is she laughing at me too, or is she genuinely willing to get along with me? Anyway, I shook her hand and said, I hope we get along too. She nodded, looked around, and said, You know, I think we should go out and walk around town. This place is a zoo. Okay. Apparently, she's also not very friendly with the collective. Take a notebook and a pen with you, and let's go. I'll tell you everything you need to know. Turned and left. Why are they treating her so badly? Threw my notebook and pen in a bag. Left the building. Screaming. Hey, I count on you. I made a bet you'll last more than 2 days. What does he mean? Oh, God. Waiting at the entrance. Up to her. I'm ready. Where are we going? Walked into the streets. A minute in silence. She asked, I hope they didn't hurt you too much. They didn't hurt me at all. I'm rather surprised by their attitude towards you. Yeah, what do you, hurt my feelings? How does your hat work? Because it looks like here that your ear doesn't sit under your hat, but here it does. How does your hat work? Do they always treat you like that? Since I became a full-fledged detective at the station, their jokes have never stopped. Doesn't matter. Tell me about yourself and your studies. I saw your certificate and I'm quite surprised someone with such good grades came to this city. I've always dreamed of being a detective. Don't like boring office work. Grew up in the area. Do you really love detective work? Since childhood. How would you know? Have you ever actually done detective work? I don't like this face. The world needs people like you. I looked around, thought about it, and replied, but apparently not this city. Although the city seems quiet, serious crimes can happen, even here. Serious crimes can happen anywhere. That is why we work as detectives. No one will investigate cases except for us. Uh-huh. These fools would hardly lift a finger for anyone. How long have you been here? 6 or 7 years. She must be experienced. What's your job if the city's so quiet? Mostly thefts and collection of evidence in more serious cases, although the second one almost never happens. And in my spare time, I'm looking for evidence on a personal matter. Personal matter? I'll tell you later. We have another investigation right now. Can you tell me about it? A stolen bike. City. So you shouldn't let your guard down. Probably right. We've almost reached the scene of the crime. Oh my god. Am I gonna actually be able to do something, or am I just gonna be reading this? Bruises. I asked the guards and vendors, no one confessed or gave any leads, so I need a detailed description of your route that day and what your bike looks like. You don't need to look for it anymore. I already bought myself a new bike with a new lock. You can forget about it. No, can't let it go. If we don't find the guy who stole it, someone else's bike could get stolen. Clutched her head. What kind of person are you? Twice I told you everything I knew. If you promise me this is the last time, I will tell you. Until new questions come up. Oh god. Followed. Somehow it does not fit in my head how you can interrogate a person several times because of a bike theft. I felt a little weird. Oh, jacket off. And hat. Followed her example. Sat down on the sofa. Knew my exact route. If my memory serves me right, I drove home from my university through Central Park, then stopped at a bakery. I locked my bike, went in, bought donuts, went to the supermarket, locked my bike, forgot my key, left the store, bike gone. Bike was new, red, large basket at the front and back, and had white wheels. Unusual colours. Bike should be easy to spot. Don't you think one of the employees could have stolen it? I doubt that. There is only one employee and he's always at the checkout. But what if he had an accomplice while you're distracted? I don't think so. This is the first bike theft that happened here in a while. Is this all this is? Do I get to make any choices? Say goodbye to the students. What are we gonna do? Nearby bike and sporting goods. Of course not. I think that the seller hired someone to steal bikes so that people buy new ones from them. Ah, you're a conspiracist. And that's why they hire bike thieves. Thieves steal bikes, force us to buy new ones, take away what we own, forcing them to give us our money. They don't think about people, they don't think about lives. Profit is the only thing that matters. As a true detective, a sort of justice that protects the weak, I must investigate this case and punish them for their greed and corruption. The whole city is a giant abomination full of people's sins. This city is afraid of me. I have seen its true face. The streets are extended gutters and the gutters are full of blood. And when the drains finally scap over, all the vermin will drown. Oh, my goodness. The only thing that can stop them is death. Are you a serial killer? Is this what we're finding out here? You're a serial killer? Until their very last breath, they will try to get richer by stealing, killing, and destroying everything around them. We should stop them before their rotten souls. Inspector Eva? Oh, yes, what was I talking about? Is she always so weird? Her monologue sounded like we were in a cliched noir film. And her conclusion about bike dealers. Could it be that she doesn't understand the basic principles of logic? Without waiting for her to start saying those strange things again, I said, but there are many explanations that sound much more logical. Why don't you assume that other students did it? Maybe it would be worth asking students from different dorms. Maybe they saw this bike somewhere. And why do you think other students did it? Because I myself was a student not long ago. Most students can't afford anything except basic needs, especially when they don't take part-time jobs. Maybe you're right, but we'll start by questioning the bicycle and sports good dealers anyway. I'm not sure about working with her. Yeah. It's been 20 minutes. After how many hours? But as I thought, no results. The sellers just stared in amazement and answered questions uncertainly while wondering why they were being interrogated. All interrogations boiled down to the same answer. I don't know. No, I don't understand what you're talking about. And the questions themselves were weird as well. April asked them about places where they got their bicycles, about their actions on the theft day, about people who confirmed their alibis. I couldn't shake the feeling of cringe every time the shopkeepers didn't know how to answer a question. Having received no answer, Ava clearly became more gloomy. This became more noticeable with each unsuccessful interrogation. Now I am increasingly wondering how competent she is. Her logic and judgment were not exactly hopeless, but even a newbie student at the academy is better at investigating. But she didn't even want to listen to my advice and suggestions, insisting firmly that everyone should be interrogated. That's why I was just waiting for all this to end and didn't bother her. And as I said, after many hours we finished and returned to the entrance of the police station. I haven't been able to find any evidence again. Tomorrow we'll try your idea and ask students. She looked too sudden, so I cheered her up and said, "Okay, but don't be upset anyway. At least we tried. It's better than nothing." Yes, we will do our best tomorrow. I never give up, although I can look a little sullen. I don't think I can do this. Oh my god. Oh my god, how much do you want to speak? I'm not even reading. Okay, yes, yes, yes. And then Ava finally. Did you miss me? Alright. Went to a bar with her. Studying. Attending. Money. Science. Skills. Never mind. Reach bar. Regular bar. Dirty Fox. Bar and hotel. Almost empty. Talking to some man in a hood. Say goodbye. Got up and walked away. It's Eva. You're pretty early today. Eva took off her coat and answered the bartender with a smile. Yes, today I'm with my new partner. I wanted to have a drink and talk with him. I'm surprised that you had someone besides us so early. Oh, you mean that guy? He just paid the debt for the booze. So you are the first clients today anyway. We sat down. Ava took out a cigarette, moved her ashtray, lit the cigarette, smoked the cigarette, shook my head. I don't smoke. You don't smoke? Then I hope the smell of smoke doesn't bother you too much. No, it's fine. She turned to the counter, a glass of whiskey and an orange juice. While we were waiting, something sad, after another drag, melancholy voice. Don't start smoking, this is the worst habit you can make. Although it saved me at some point, now it's pulling me down. Have you tried quitting? Yes, and I had some time periods when I didn't smoke. Return, something bad happens. Smoke less. My parents smoke. Because I never got into situations when I needed it. It will definitely save you around 10 years of life. Glass, stubbed out a cigarette, drank, investigation. Do you think I'm a bad detective? Yes. Yes, I do. I know I'm not that good at investigating. You're not the first to notice. This is the reason for all the jokes and bets at the police station. This doesn't hurt you. It just annoys and interferes with work. Don't give a damn. Blah, blah, blah. Shouldn't your boss have fired you? Not good enough? Yeah. It was... Don't worry, I already said that, I understand. He doesn't fire me because he made a promise to my older sister. A promise? When it became known that she was going to be transferred to the capital, she asked him to look after me, despite my skills. My sister hoped that with experience I would better understand how to conduct an investigation. Shouldn't you already know this? How is your sister? She's dead. Oh, vanished. Disappeared without a trace. She left a letter at home and some tickets were bought with her credit card. Lead to another town. Withdrew all the remaining cash. The case was dismissed. Wanting to run away. Sorry, I had reasons for that. I don't want to go to the capital, but I can't stay in this city either. I do not want to be searched for. This is entirely my conscious decision, so I hope for your understanding, and once again, please forgive me. Yeah, that sounds like someone who wasn't forced to writing something. I know her. Was kidnapped. Nothing. Went shopping. Investigation was closed for lack of reasons to believe it was a kidnapping. As I said, they don't give a damn about crimes. This is the personal investigation. It's entering the bar, assuming they were not paying attention to us, and that's why you want to work as a detective. Oh my god. Oh good, I can save. No thank you. Just hurry up. I don't. Yeah. You know what? I can't. I can't. This isn't a game. Farewell, fellow humans. I'm sorry.